You talk that. Talk that. Ooh. Could talk that. Talk that. You talk that.
DBD.
Welcome back. If y'all can see, things look a little different right now.
Yeah.
Because we in Bimini. Now I know yesterday we had some technical difficulties, you see that.
Yeah.
You know the location is remote.
Yeah.
So Wi-Fi, you gotta get it wherever it is.
Yeah.
But we done figure it all out now. Now we cooking with grease.
We cooking with
Y'all
grease.
could see.
We over there by Beetle Beach Bar right now, Bimini, Bahamas. We
Yes,
live.
sir.
You know?
Yeah, it's a movie, but yesterday, man.
Ooh.
Yesterday was a holiday.
Jeez.
National holiday.
No, yeah, it's the first, the inaugural
Mm-hmm.
holiday. We to send the message to Brave Davis on Facebook to say, you know, make this a national holiday. We ain't over. But it's the Bimini holiday for sure.
Yeah, I can tell
Most
you that.
definitely a Bimini holiday.
Tell you that.
VJ ads come, born and raised in Bimini. Drafted number 3 in the NBA last night.
Boy.
Wow. I can't even begin to say like how that made me feel, like how I still feel. Just knowing that I was always a person myself that went abroad for school. I went to Freeport for school, and I went to the States for school. And the more and more I traveled, especially in the entertainment business and everything, I noticed like how valuable and special we are. You understand? And sometimes like we just have this doubt in our mind, I guess, because of where we from, in a sense, like how small it is and the amount of people, and we may feel as though like, boy, that's impossible to get to this stature, you know. But the more I travel, the more I realize like, wait, this thing really possible, boy. And with me traveling, like I tell you, remember when I going to the Tallahassee or whatever, coming back from Tallahassee, that's what made me realize how valuable Bahamians are. So I created a show, an event called Boy, with the acronym Bahamas United International, because it from then it's just like I understand, like, boy, we just need to see that we could do it, and it's
Seeing
the
is
second that
believing.
we see that we could do it, everybody else will fall in line because they look at this boy talent and that boy talent and be like, bro, I know somebody that's I feel is more talented than you.
Yeah.
They just don't know that.
They didn't have the
You understand?
outlets.
So
Seeing is believing. You know, I always just go back to what my elementary school principal used to say every morning, and she say, you must believe to achieve.
yeah. Facts.
Once you believe that, and you put your mind and you say, this is what I could do, that could get done. Movie could get cut.
And I believe, especially like what VJ said on the interview, and he was like, well, as long as you have confidence in yourself, you believe, you work hard, and you put your trust in the Lord, like everything can work out. And it's so crazy, like that's the remedy.
Yeah.
That's the whole, I could look at you and say, wait, you got it. But I can't say like, how it can happen.
Yeah.
But it can happen by you working, because you just can end up in the right spot at the right time and things can work. But you have to believe first, and then God can put you in that situation, see if you're serious. Then you show them you're serious, and then they can pan out, and this is how it goes. So faith without works,
Yeah.
it's useless. Like that's just how it go, babe. So I shout out to VJ.
But I remember when we was, we brought a couple of people over to speak with VJ Mummy.
Right, with Bandra. Shout out to Bandra.
Shout out to Banjo, man.
Supermom.
Yep. So we brought over different people to speak with her, just to lending a helping hand any way that we could.
Right. Well, we first was Austin
Murphy.
Mr. Money Man.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The wealth management.
Right. Well, first of all, quick with Austin is, I don't know if you guys know Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
But he's played for the New York Jets. He's go with Ice Spice now. That's the guy.
I didn't know that a long time.
Yeah. But Austin Murphy is his financial advisor. Wealth management.
Wealth manager.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Wealth manager, really.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
listen.
I just remember like from our talks when we were sitting there talking with Benja, and she was just saying how like none of this is a surprise to him.
Right,
He told her like
right.
he was gonna do all of
All of
this.
this, right, right, right.
And when it started happening, she was just like, "Oh my god!" And he just keep telling her like, "Mommy, I
Yeah,
don't even know why you like.
yeah,
I tell you I was gonna do this.
right, right.
Like why you
You know,
you know?"
something was stood over me too when we spoke to her, cause she was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, you know, she said, Gregory, now you know, we in Bimini now, they know my real name. You understand? They say
Government.
they know my government. She said, nah, Gregory, you know when you pray for certain things and for God to make some changes in your life or whatever, and you just want them changes to happen, but she's like, man, it's happening so fast, I don't even know if I ready, if I know how to deal with this, and I ready.
Yeah.
I say, Bandra, this was
Yeah.
about 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago,
Mhm.
because he was still at Luhai. He still was
Yeah.
at Luhai
Yeah,
in
so
New
that's 2
York.
years.
That's
Yeah.
2 years ago. So I said, Bandra, you better get ready.
Yeah.
And she could ask her, I said, you better get ready, because he could be a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah, you
hands
call
down.
that. I ain't gonna lie.
I
Mother
said he could be a
sick, boy. This
top
nigga say that for
5
real.
draft pick, hands down.
You say
I
that?
say the only reason why he's gonna go to college this year is because the only reason why he has to go to college is because you have to go to college now to get to the
Yeah,
league.
yeah,
Before Andrew Bynum changed the rule. That's why he used to wear number 17. Andrew Bynum get drafted when he was 17 years old. Now you can't even make your own. You don't even need no man yet. So they say, you know what? You got to do at least 1 year in college before you come to the league.
Yeah.
And I feel as though that's the only reason why he ended up going to college.
Yeah, yeah.
He was
yeah.
going straight to the league.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he has an NBA style of play.
Yeah.
You
That's
get what I'm
facts.
saying?
Yeah, but just coming from Bimini, but like for y'all who don't know, but Bimini, the whole island 7 miles long.
Right.
So
Facts.
our population is less than 3,000
Right.
Biminites on the island.
Right. I see somebody on Facebook though. I ain't gonna lie.
But when you just
Yeah,
talking
no,
about the
like-
statistics of that, boy,
No, man, the
like
ratio-
making it to the NBA,
Right.
living in the States,
Like going to globe, right?
that's like 1%. So you imagine being from an island 7 miles long, a remote island, and you talking about you going from this little rock to you a top 5 pick, top 3 pick
Top 3 pick.
in the
Wow.
NBA
In the
draft.
No, on top of that, what I try to tell them
Boy,
is you didn't. No, on top of that, you went over there when you was.
Jeez.
This happened in 3 years though.
yeah,
That's
all of
another
that,
thing.
All of that.
You could see what people don't know.
Cut
Let me
movie,
tell you
but-
something.
Boy, that
What I
fast,
understand is I understand how the system runs.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
the basketball, how the sporting systems run, how the entertainment systems run. Like what he did is unheard of.
Yeah.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah.
What he did was unheard of.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what it is to be in high school 10, 11, and 12 and come out of high school in America. Not in your state
Yeah,
or
yeah,
your
yeah.
zone
Yeah.
or your city. People
Yeah.
are in the entire nation be ranked top 4 coming out of high school in the nation. The only reason I feel as though he was ranked top 4 was because they couldn't rank him 1.
Yeah.
Because
they
he didn't come to the system all them years.
Exactly. Because it's like, but that just say how much places he jumped. You remember? I remember when he was ranked number 64.
Okay.
So he went from 64 to 4.
How do you?
In a matter of what, 2 years?
You got 64 players playing on every team in every school. How you get to 64?
It probably 64,000 high schools
Exactly.
in the country. Like, boy. Then the Adidas circuit isn't the biggest. AAU circuit
Right.
too. So all of this is like, man.
What's going on? Then everywhere you go,
Boy.
you kind of like just take it over the top. But you know what it is too? He won the MVPs. If you look at his track record, I remember when the CP3
Basically
tournament,
every
MVP,
camp.
then he went to Europe and he won the
Every
MVP
camp.
over there. So it's like, he just is built for it. But I think the soil, the Bimini soil is what built that in every way, shape, or form. I saw he's speaking saying he was playing against grown men when he was a little child. I had to test that. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
And when you play, let me tell y'all something about that grown man stuff, what he talking about. That ain't normal. Like they ain't taking it easy on you.
No, never.
They playing you like
First
you
of
was
all,
a
you
grown
weren't
man.
supposed to be out there. So
Why
I
you-
can show you why you weren't supposed to be out there.
Get your little behind up. You drop it on the floor. Get up. What? They ain't treating you like no little boy.
No.
So at the end of the day, all of that. And then I saw clips of him when he was like 12, 13 playing against the 17-year-olds in school. Like he just was built for this.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, okay, we speak about yesterday. I mean, we could talk about the temperament on the island. How the temperament.
But
I was
it-
last night for sure.
But even before we get to that too, you see the suit he got on? That's a bad boy suit, you know.
Yeah, that's crazy. Even the insides of that design.
That's what it really like freaked me out when I see the inside of that. You know, he had a picture of everyone who helped him get to that moment.
Right, because I saw the picture of Sugar. R.I.P. Sugar.
R.I.P.
I
Sugar,
saw-
man.
I remember that. I see he had a picture of Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I know he did the interview with the NBA
Yeah.
TV or whatever, and saying they asked him like, "Who's the first person to put the basketball in his hand?"
Right.
And he say Sugar.
Yeah.
Like, rest in peace, Sugar. You know, if Sugar was here right now, but he probably would have been the happiest man. And like, you know what it is? The start of camp in the late '80s and or early '90s. Started camp with intentions of producing basketball players that could take it to the next
NBA
level.
players.
You know? And now, here it is, like about 40 years later, someone drafted, not just drafted though, like, not just drafted though, like someone.
No. Top 3.
What a flip, dread. That's crazy.
Boy.
That's crazy, boy. That's crazy.
Salute to him, boy.
Yeah. Shout out to Sugar.
Oh yeah, but what I saying, but the suit his brother designed that, boy?
The suit?
Yes, but he brother designed the
So
suit,
you
boy.
find, why I ain't heard that yet?
But VJ said that.
Oh,
You
yeah?
don't watch it. I watching everything VJ right now. If y'all go down my freaking timeline, my algorithm is VJ Edgecombe.
I didn't know that. So, okay. So his brother's the fashion designer.
I didn't know that, but I guess so.
Yeah. Well, if
But
he ain't,
I love that.
if he ain't, he is
Be
now.
one now, yeah.
He is
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
He is now.
I love
and he
that
big on the
'cause-
market.
Cause it's like now you bringing the family along. You know, sometimes
Brandon.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be okay. You got this guy now. You the head of the family now. Everyone coming to you with all their problems. Now
Right.
you got to solve every problem. But he helping his family shine in whatever area
way.
that it is
Because
they do.
Not only his family. Like I saw a picture, Dread, with him, Liano Rule, and I trying to remember little man's name, but I know him. I trying to remember his name. What's your boy name, but what's your boy name, man? What little man name? I can't remember little man, but I saw a picture with them three.
Yeah.
With VJ has come Liana Rule and they friend.
Yeah.
And when they was like, they looked like they was but 9 or 10. Little children. And them same three take a picture draft night.
Ooh.
Same three take that picture draft night.
What me say? I used to pray for times like this.
Oh Lord.
Jeez.
Telling you. So like that, when I see stuff like that, I really and truly, you know, this talk that
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say. I was at a loss of words, but I didn't know what to say. I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
full circle. And speaking about that, like, watch out for Liana Roll too.
Yeah, that's another one.
That's the next one.
That's
From
another
the
one.
same island. Watch out for Liana Roll too. And in a few years, you're gonna see the same situation with him, and I have no doubt with that. Just keep working hard, brother. You up next, you know?
But that's another one. VJ got him with him every step of the way.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I see them with the
seeing
God
is
Whisperer.
believing.
I see him with the God Whisperer practicing, and I see Liano take the picture with him and a few NBA. But the God Whisperer, he trained all the Shy Gilchrist them, and you know, so yeah.
Another thing was, I don't know if you saw, but Buddy was there at the draft
I
too.
saw that.
He dap him up.
Yeah,
Like,
but he ain't had a choice, boy. He better come through, boy. Wait, this a movement? This ain't no game. This a movement, boy. You but who? Where else you could be? What bigger than this? The biggest. What? It's a game, eh?
I know that was a proud moment for him too, but he just
Yeah.
like you
that's
said,
a
you
feat.
both coming from the same circumstances. The Bahamas, dog,
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
whole population of 300,000, maybe.
But you know what I
the
what I
word.
think, you know what I think mental wise, speaking of Buddy, and like in comparison with VJ, Buddy from 8 Mile Rock, VJ from Bimini. 8 Mile Rock is similar to Bimini in a sense of when you have this
What do you mean by that?
pride, it's the community type of, it's like, you have people from 8 Mile Rock, rocks are shots. It's like, it's a sense of pride from living in that community and having each other back.
Yeah,
in a-
yeah.
in a
Looking
specific-
after one another.
Looking after one another in
Yeah.
the community.
Yeah.
And you know, in Bimini, like, we I got to go by your Grammy them to wash my clothes.
Exactly.
You got to come to my Grammy them bread.
Yeah.
I got to go by your honey for the grocery.
Everybody know everybody.
So when you see these things from a young age, you understand. You have it's subconsciously a strong-minded person would understand. That's where my belief comes from.
Yeah.
So watching all these things, I see another set of people running this area.
Yeah. Who don't? Everyone you just name look like you.
Look just like me.
Or family.
So
to
how
you.
could you tell me I can't
do it?
something?
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And that's what my belief. But you have to have a strong mind also because you know the odds still against you. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah.
But everything he leave this island. That wasn't even his parents' decision. He tell his mommy like, "Hey, mommy, it's time. You know, I about to go to the States. I gonna go play ball in the States." She said, "Nah, but play in the States? Who you can stay with? All of this, like,
Right.
boy, what you talking about?"
Right.
At a young age, he do this.
And we gotta give respect and show those two appreciation to like Pastor Gilbert them too.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you know. I heard that when they was building the gym, Pastor Gilbert is the pastor of Gateway Christian Academy. Gateway Church, and they also have a school, and he built the school, and I heard that he actually prophesied when they built the school, or the gym. Someone said that they was like slunking on a job, you know, and he come and he say, "Hey, I trying to build this for y'all to play in this weekend, you know. Y'all holding this up. Y'all going, come on, man. This gym could build NBA players."
He said that.
He said that.
When this was?
That. This was when they was building the gym.
How long the gym been there?
Ooh, the gym been there what? I would say no more than 20 years.
I
Even that
don't
much.
even think it's 20.
Not even that much. I can't recall. Maybe I say about 15 years or so.
Yeah.
Around that.
15.
Around that
Yeah.
time.
Like,
Or maybe less.
he prophesied.
You
I
know?
wonder if you even remember him saying that.
He did. He remember him saying that. I mean, you prophesied that's what you built that for too.
Yeah.
You understand? Just knowing like God tell him to do that. You know, and his son was VJ coach, Gilbert Jr. You know, his son coached VJ for a stint. And another thing about it, I want people to know too with VJ, like, this ain't no hoax, boy. Like, this ain't none of this shit,
Really
none of this fabricated.
Really
Nothing
him.
fabricated about this. Like, this real. Like, you grew up and down this island and you probably wouldn't get a bad remark from people about him.
That's
They
the
say
thing.
like, oh, that bad little boy.
Yeah.
You don't get that.
That's
Oh, he
the
was
thing.
a bad little. You don't
Yeah,
get that.
You don't get that from
You understand
nobody.
what I'm saying? So
Straight A student. That is be the thing. Like, people don't know
Class
what all
act.
this go into when these teams
select you.
selecting you. They looking in every aspect of your life because they have to make sure what they getting themselves into.
Right,
They about to give you millions of dollars.
Investing in you.
They got to make sure you don't go crazy or you don't lose it. And if you do go crazy, they got to figure out if it makes sense. Is it a good risk for them?
Right.
So, like you said, they go into all his old teachers, cousins, aunts, uncle, anyone who ever met him. Hey, what was your experience like with him? Hey,
Right.
like, how did that go?
Right.
And everyone they go with got nothing but good things to say about him.
That's something me. That's something me. You gotta find about him. My school, outside. You know?
Like, that's crazy. Usually you'll have that one, well, yeah, you know, he's a good kid if he does the right thing or he stay out of trouble, but nobody got nothing bad to say about it. He just was laser focused.
Right. Right.
Hats off to him, man.
Yeah. But to get draft top 3 in the NBA break from Bimini, like that's. But like I was saying about the Bimini Pride, you know, because they had a big debacle on Facebook, on social media, you know, because we basically say Bimini to the world. I think that's where it started. And then someone was like, people started feeling away because they said Bimini to the world is opposed to 242 to the world, you know? And I mean, it's still 242 to the world. We all know that, man. Come on,
That's
but
noise.
it's still Bimini to the world too.
That's noise.
But
That's noise. Anyone who say that, that's like a selfish person, but because this his moment. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
sharing it with him, but
Right.
this his moment, boy.
Right, but they were saying like,
Let him
why,
have that moment.
Why y'all don't tell the world like the Bahamas? I don't understand. Like, see,
Last time I checked, Bimini in the Bahamas. So if he's saying Bimini, he mean in the Bahamas too, right?
but hey,
So they say that's just miserable people. That's what they say
That's
over
what you
there.
think?
Miserable people, boy.
So they saying they should have said 242 to the world or whatever. Or we feel as though like basically like they feel as though like we saying don't support him. But I don't get how you could get that from that. You understand what I'm saying? But see, if you understand the history of Bimini, as long as you understand the history of Bimini, this wouldn't even be a discussion. Like I feel bad even having to explain this right now because I understand it so much. You get what I feel as though like people should understand it, but some people just don't. You get what I'm saying? Like Bimini is a small island, 7 miles long.
Yeah.
And like no one, like it was always us.
Yeah.
You could look at we barely have a public school. Like you understand what I'm saying? Like look at the clinic. You get what I'm saying?
Always have to fend for ourselves.
Every single thing you see in Bimini is us, baby.
Yeah.
Like everything, like I say earlier, like I had to go to your Grammy to watch. Like, see, so yeah, although it's like that, nobody ever helped us in a sense. So it seemed to us like from that time we have a sense that they trying to fuck us.
Yeah.
But somehow we always end up on top. So how that can make you feel as a, you understand what I'm saying? I can give you this sense of pride out of this world. So I want Bahamians to know that when Bimini show pride, it ain't about y'all, baby. Stop making it personal.
Yeah.
Not so Nasuvians, y'all could calm down, baby. This ain't about y'all, baby. This just about us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and I do understand, like, I can say like, they don't understand, y'all don't understand the struggle. I ain't competing with no struggle.
No.
And none of these actions. So this ain't a comparison. Like I understand, like you have your struggle, but we also have our struggle.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I understand that, like, only us have our struggle. So yeah, like we ain't the only one with a struggle.
Yeah.
But only us have our struggle.
And only us
You see what I'm
know
saying?
our struggle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
know
the
what
reason
you are
why
up
the
against.
big post on Facebook is like, if you went from Bimini, you got to be from Bimini to understand. That's what everybody get a problem with. You get what I'm saying? But what I want people to know, even in that post, it was hashtag to God be the glory.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you could feel as though somebody trying to be condescending and they telling you to go, that's our struggle, stop making it personal. Even when we complain about the Bahamas, it's not about a specific personal person from Nassau. It may be the government. It may be the system that's in place in certain situations. It ain't got nothing to do with you personally. You get what I'm saying? And to have a Bimini pride is to be from Bimini. So to be honest, truly honest, you ain't know because you ain't been.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. You ain't know because you ain't been. But as soon as if you speak to people that live in Bimini for a while from other places, I'm sure they have a better understanding than somebody that's never been there. You get what I'm saying? But it was always us, baby, and it could always be us.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
You got to be either from Bimini or come to Bimini to understand the sense of pride and why we's killing and why we's ugly, how we are.
Small as we are. I see somebody say, well, it's only 17 of them. Look at that. Hence the reason for the pride.
Exactly.
It's only 17 of us, but somehow we just keep winning. Yama Bahama was a professional boxer, world champion, heavyweight boxer.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Come on, Randy Rowland play for the Braves.
Yeah.
This long time we've been doing this, You get what I'm saying? But ain't nobody never help us do this.
Yeah.
It was always us. And that's where the pride come from, so we ain't dissing y'all. You see what I'm saying? If you come here, you would appreciate us.
Yeah.
And if all y'all was like us, we'd have been a better place right now in the Bahamas. So guess what? It really is 2 for 2 for the way. I got nothing to say. I gone.
That's the truth, though. What you done?
You. Saw that.